Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Just approaching half an hour before kickoff. I was going to say the time then in the UK, but of course that makes absolutely zero difference to most of the viewers. Fair bit to go till kickoff, and of course this is it. This is the final game in this tournament. Thailand against Vietnam. I was trying to work out a way on the scoreboard of putting the fact that it is already 2-2. If a side had a score advantage, I would have put that in, but they don't. And so I'm not going to put 2-2, but of course Thailand, you'd have to say, in a stronger position. They have the away goal lead going into this match. And they also are at home in this game. Read the lineups for you just now, and then we'll do it again at about 15 minutes before kickoff. Thailand, not 100% sure if this is an unchanged team. A lot of similar names. So Kampon in goal, Sasalak, Tiraton, Pansa, Sarach Yuyen, Piradol, Adisak, Kritsada, Supanan, Wiratep and Poromet. Is that an unchanged Thailand team? I'm not sure. We've had one vote, an early vote for Vietnam. And the Vietnam side, Van Lam, Nok Hai, Van Hao, Tan Bin. Now I don't think that Tan Bin played before. I might not be pronouncing that right. I'm not sure Tan Bin was in the first leg. Hung Duk, Tuan An. That guy definitely played. I think it's Huang An, Huang Duk, Van Tan, Van Duk, and of course Ten Lin up front as well, who was a key player in that first leg, and will be looking for the golden boot himself. But can Mano Polking's side do it again? It's been an interesting tournament for Vietnam. Didn't play many really challenging games throughout the group stages and the semi-final. Wasn't overly tough for them. However, in getting to the final, they faced a different beast, Thailand. Who probably could have stolen the first leg, it has to be said. If you do join us at any point on DNQ Football, hit like on the video, get your vote in the poll. We've had 2 votes so far, both for Vietnam. Come say hi in the chat as well. Good day to you too, Matt's channel. We're on nice and early, building up for this final. In many ways, it is just like a one-legged final, except if it's a 0-0 or a 1-1, then Thailand will win. And if it's a 3-3 or more, Vietnam will win. But other than that, it's just like a straight up final. The winner wins. Thailand have the added advantage of a draw being enough. If they keep it at 0-0, they will win. We've had 3 votes in the poll at the moment. Everyone backing Vietnam. Obviously we've not put draw because it's who is going to lift the trophy, not who's going to win this game. Is this the final? Is it 1 or 2 legs? This is the final second leg, but it was 2-2 in the first leg. Just move my camera down slightly. So it's effectively the final. I mean, it is the final, but it's effectively like it's a one-game final. I was tempted to put 2-2 on the scoreboard, but I haven't done. I know, imagine playing a final on a Monday. That's such a good point. Such a good point. It's such a weird thing to do, I think. Friday, Monday. I mean, a 2-legged final is an interesting choice anyway. I'm not against it, because unless it had a centralised venue, then I think that it would be pointless. But the fact that it's a home and away, I'm not against. I know that it's similar in some club football. KFR 2 legs for international tournaments is annoying. I think it's a bit weird, to be honest. It might be Tuesday in Vietnam, or is it Monday evening? Must be Monday evening. It can't be that far ahead. Must be Tuesday almost in Australia. What is the time in Australia, KFR? We can work it out from that. It's midday in the United Kingdom, so I'm going off them being about 8 hours ahead, I think. In Thailand? It's a good question, should we find out? I don't know, I like two-legged qualifiers, I like two-legged semis and things like that. 11 PM Monday in Oz. So I have no idea what the time is in Thailand. Should we find out? Thailand time. It is 7 hours ahead in Thailand, so it's 7 PM in Thailand. So it is a Monday evening in Thailand, and indeed everywhere in and around there. We've now had one vote for Thailand, so for everyone watching, get your votes in. Who you think is going to win this one? Who you think is going to lift the trophy? 2-2 after the first leg. Double-legged finals. We're touching on this before we get into who we actually think is going to win this game. I do agree, double-legged finals, bit weird. Not a massive fan of them. I just don't think there's quite the same level of jeopardy. You know, with Vietnam in that first leg. Well, I mean, the first leg was a great game. It was a great game because there was 4 goals, 2-2. There was big chances, but I didn't think that Vietnam were that incredible. I thought they started incredibly well and then sort of waned, and Thailand really grew into it. And because there is jeopardy in the first leg of a final like this, but unless you lose like 4-0, you've got half a chance. Even if that game would have been 2-0 Vietnam, Thailand would have had half a chance. So I'm not sure I like the two-legged finals. I don't like the fact that some of the jeopardy of the first leg is, I mean, it's important, don't get me wrong. Obviously if you lose, then that's a big deal. But the fact that it was 2-2 only makes you go, oh, okay, so Vietnam need to win now. In the same way that Thailand can't bank on a draw in this game. There's no way Thailand are going to go into this game and go, yeah, let's keep it below like 2-2. Let's keep it below 3-0. They're just not going to do that. They're just going to play it like it's a normal game. First leg Friday evening, second leg Monday evening. Fans don't seem to care. It looks like a decent turnout at this one. We have got goal lights again. So anytime a goal goes in, we'll be having a whale of a time. And this morning we did our first interview of 2023 as well, which is exciting to talk about on DNQ. More to come on that across socials across the next couple of days. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. A few more votes now. Swinging back slightly in the favour of Thailand to lift the trophy. But we've got a little bit of a Vietnamese backing here. Of course, you would argue that they're still, on paper, the stronger side. But it's close. Tiraton's on screen now. You can watch the game at the link. The top's the pinned comment. Yeah, the production's so good. It's actually, it might be too good, the production, to be honest. If Vietnam are winning, we could go red. If I can. There we go. Vietnam are winning. Then Thailand are winning. There you go. The production these days is big. It's big money. Big money production here at DNQ HQ. 25 minutes to go till kickoff. Looks like a decent crowd at this one, actually. It's been a good tournament. Of course, this is, just want to get the pronunciation right, it's the Vietnam manager's final game, isn't it? Get the pronunciation Park Hang-seo. That's it. And he's done so much, of course, for Vietnamese football. I don't know too much about the Australian League. Let me give you my thoughts after I've done some Googling. Do you mean Caltech? Do you mean I think you might mean Brian Caltech of Vanuatu. And he's doing incredibly well in the A-League, really good to see. There's quite a few players from that region doing a little bit now. I've seen that Rafa Liai is on trial at a Turkish club. A decent Turkish club as well. Yeah. Brian Caltech, Vanuatu. Didn't get to see him play when I went out to Doha actually because it is it is. It takes 2028. Yeah, it's a 5-year deal, which is really good. First kind of long professional contract for him, I think. Central Coast Mariners as well, isn't it? Yeah, there's lots of Oceania players in New Zealand League. I think that Caltech used to play for Auckland as well. Obviously in the New Zealand League before moving across. We're up to 4 likes on this video, which is great to see. If we get to 10, we do dish out the goal lights just for the hell of it. Most important thing though is get your votes in. Who do you think's going to win this one? As we see the trophy come onto screen. Aussie League is a step above though, isn't it? Really. Step above the New Zealand League and things like that. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad shout, actually. The question is, who is going to be brave enough to put their predictions in the chat for this game? First leg, Vietnam 2, Thailand 2. Who is going to be brave? Who's going to be a brave soul and put their predictions in? Semi-pro, I believe, New Zealand League. There might be some full professionals in the New Zealand League for some of the top sides, but I mean primarily we're talking semi-pro. I do remember your incredible prediction, and we had one on Matt's channel with an incredible prediction earlier in this tournament as well, bang on. So we need some more bang on predictions. Need people to be brave in the chat. You win nothing but pride. But it's still worthwhile, I think. Because we've had 67% of people backing a Vietnam win on the poll. In our preview of the tournament that we did on DNQ, we had Ryan predicting a Vietnam win in the final and myself predicting a Thailand win in the final. We got everything else right up until this point. Not that that's that big of an achievement because these are by far the 2 best teams in this region. KFR's gone for a 1-0 Vietnam. Oh, Matt's channel's gone so big. That is such a big shout to say it's going to be another 2-2 and that Vietnam are going to win in extra time. That's big brain thinking. I'm actually going to stick with my Thailand win. I actually am. I'm going to go with 2-1 Thailand or something like that. I'm backing a Thailand win. So I'm going against the grain. But it's mainly because I did it in the preview. I backed Thailand in the preview. So for me to turn around now, after watching them hold Vietnam away to a 2-2 draw, it's hard not to say Thailand. I mean, you just got to look at the first leg. I do think that Vietnam are a good team, but I don't know, second half I felt like Thailand edged it. Really feel like they edged it. They've got some good players. Tirasil not starting, or Tirasin not starting. Is he on the bench? Can we see that? Yeah, he is on the bench. He probably won't come on. I think he's carrying a bit of an injury, which is unfortunate, but they do still have Adisak. Kickoff is 20 minutes away. Thank you for joining. Good to have you with us. How many likes are we out in the video? Are we close to goal lights? Still 4. 40% of the way there. You lucky devils, you. That's a very good shout. I'm not going to be doing a watch along for the Iraq-Qatar game. Google. 25th Arabian Gulf Cup. It's too cool. Yeah, in fact, it's in just an hour, Iraq versus Qatar and Bahrain versus Oman in the semi-finals of the Arabian Gulf Cup. I hate to be that guy, but I did predict Iraq to win the whole tournament. Again, I'm going to say it. I think it'd be great if Iraq won it. Drew with Oman, beat Saudi, beat Yemen. Have they conceded yet, Iraq? Yet to concede? Yet to concede. They play Qatar. Oman are decent. I think the other semi-finals, the big one, Bahrain, Oman, that will be a really good game. Iraq versus Qatar will be interesting though. So we are just approaching 15 minutes before KO. I think that both teams are relatively strong in this one. They're pretty similar to what they were in the last leg. Nobody got suspended, despite some confusion around Tiraton and whether or not he got booked in the first half. He didn't. I will say, I thought that both sides in the first leg were better. Wow, 50-50, split decision so far on the poll. Get your votes in who you think's going to win. I think that Supanan struggled a little bit in the first leg. And I think that both sides did a little bit better down their own respective right wings than they did down their left. I thought that both sides were weaker down their left-hand sides. It'll be interesting to see if there's any kind of changes in terms of system, because Tiraton played defensive midfield in the first leg. It'll be interesting to see if they set up more defensively, Thailand, knowing that a low-scoring draw would be enough for them, or whether or not they actually are going to look for a winner, you know, and go early doors and try and win the game. It will be very interesting. Packed out crowds though, scenes looking really good. I'm not sure how long Mano Polking's got on his contract. Obviously we know that Park Hang-seo is going after this game from Vietnam, but for me, if Mano Polking wins this, he should probably look at maybe hanging up the international boots as well, because I'm not sure you can go that much further with this Thai team than winning this tournament back to back in 2 consecutive years, you know, because of the way that the first tournament was delayed. The AFF Mitsubishi Electric Cup. Got 10 votes, still split 50-50. This is a huge game, isn't it? How many people are watching this? Almost 8,000 on the actual feed, which you can find if you've come here accidentally and you want to watch the actual game. It's the pinned comment. If you're from that region and for whatever reason you can't watch it, then why not stay here? And we'll be talking you through the action as it happens. The only player I know playing in the Gulf Cup is Tarek Salman. He was interviewed by Gary Neville in Qatar documentary. I must admit I've not seen that documentary. And I don't know many players in the Arabian Gulf Cup at all. Also, how's the Chan getting on? African Nations Championship. There was a big upset, wasn't there, with Madagascar beating Ghana. That was yesterday. So loads of international footy going on at the minute. Algeria won, Ethiopia, Mozambique drew, Senegal beat the Ivory Coast. Yeah, Madagascar beat Ghana. So there's loads of international footy today. We've got this final. We've got the semi-finals of the Arabian Gulf Cup, and we've also got the final group games in the African Nations Championship. So almost too much international football, if we're honest. I could stay on from now until 10 PM. I won't, but I could. That's all I'm saying. I've had 11 votes, and now Thailand have taken the lead in who we think is going to win this one. I've already given my sprinkling of my opinion that it might be Thailand. Got a few predictions in the chat saying probably Vietnam. In terms of world ranking and quality in World Cup qualifiers, you'd have to give the edge to Vietnam, the away side, but I think they flattered to deceive in a little bit in this tournament. No excuses not to win it for them, really. I mean, they've got to the final, and that's kind of the bare minimum they would have hoped for, but I think they'd be hoping to do a little bit better than they have. think they would have liked to have come into this game. Wow, it's pretty obvious what I'm about to say, but Vietnam would have wanted to come into this game with a little bit more behind them. I feel like the fact that they're lucky in the end that they didn't lose the game, because there was that late chance, not sure who it fell to, and one of the substitutes, I think, late on for Thailand, counter-attack from the Vietnamese corner, and I think that they'll be kicking themselves a little bit, Thailand, that they didn't score them, because that would firmly put them in the driving seat for this one. Matt's channel's thinking of changing it to 2-1 Thailand. What did I say? 2-1 Thailand. I think there'll be goals again, and I think that that's driven really by the fact that Vietnam know they'll need to score. And I think if Vietnam go 1-0 up, that's still not going to be enough for them, because they know that one goal then for Thailand would give Thailand the win on away goals. So Vietnam need to really score at least 2 in this game. So hopefully it is a really attacking and spicy encounter, and that will lead to a good game and some goals. I think the key players, I think Adisak's going to be key. He was really good in my opinion in the first leg. I thought that he was really solid. Led the line well for Thailand, and I also think that Tien Linh was particularly good for Vietnam, but maybe didn't get the service that he needed at times. So it'll be interesting to see if the system behind Tien Linh has changed. I think that Vietnam will need to change more than Thailand do, because I think that Thailand's kind of setup, their tactic, everything they did was pretty much bang on, to be honest. I don't think they could have asked a lot more. And potentially, if they need to go late on, of course they have Tirasin on the bench as well. Not starting this one, I believe he's picked up a slight knock. I don't have my DNQ mug with me today. I have my Star Wars mug. It says, "I'm your father" on the other side. Because why not? I've only had 2 people brave enough to get their predictions in the chat. If you are here, watching along, cast your votes, get your predictions in. I haven't written anything on the whiteboard, there's no question at the moment, but maybe at half time we'll ask that key question. As I said earlier, we've had the first DNQ interview of the year earlier today, which is really, really good news. We're going to get more and more this year. As I try and keep up to date with any transfer news that's happening in the Premier League. How long have we got? 10 minutes to go until kickoff. Excited for the action. Let me get the volume on. Oh, atmosphere sounds incredible. Let me just do this. You should be able to hear that. Obviously I can't play this throughout the game for obvious reasons. Just listen to that atmosphere. That is really, really incredible. Anyway, enough of that. You've got to listen to me talk now instead. Yeah, first DNQ interview of the year, which is great. We're hoping to get some players, some more people involved in football associations, etc., on in 2023. Keep building on what we've done, but really, really enjoyable one earlier today. Looking forward to that. Let me do the social post. Just to say that we're on, just to get people in. Watch my own ads. Revenue's revenue. Gonna chase that paper. 2 ads. Cash money. Join us for Thailand versus Vietnam in the hashtag AFF Mitsubishi Electric Cup final. If you've joined us already, a huge thank you to you. How do you think this one is going to go? Most people now backing a Thailand win. It really started early doors as a Vietnam win kind of dominating the poll. That has now changed, and a lot of people backing that Thailand win. It's at the Thammasat Stadium, this game, which is looking pretty much full, pretty packed out. Not sure what the attendance is. Question: if you vote in the poll and you voted for Vietnam and then you've changed your mind and you think it's Thailand, can you change it, or is it locked in forever? Not sure. The players are in the dugout. Cheers. Thailand going for their 7th. Oh, it's locked voting. It's locked voting, and the crowd picks up again as the players look to come onto the pitch. Thailand have won this tournament 6 times. They're looking for their 7th. They have the ascendancy. We've now got 13 votes in, and most people backing Thailand. Commentators just chatting away, discussing whether or not it's advantage Thailand at the moment. I think you'd probably have to say it slightly is, actually. But I don't think it's a huge advantage. I think it's sort of 55-45 in my head. See, KFR's doing it right. He's doing it right. He's got the game up, and he's got DNQ commentary over the top. Perfect combination. Perfect combination. Let's talk tactics then. How would I approach it if I was Vietnam? How would I approach it if I was Thailand? Ultimately, not that differently from the first leg. If I'm Thailand, I'm thinking still counter-attacking predominantly. Adisak leading the line. Lots of counter-attacking play I think will be incorporated from them. Quite direct. They'll get the wingers high. I think you will still see attacking play from Sasalak and Supanan in the fullback positions. And as ever, Tiraton will be absolutely key. Vietnam, I think they need to up their game a little bit. They need to be a little bit quicker on the ball. They need to get the ball into Ten Lin quicker as the players get ready to come out. Now, I think that more is required from the away side today. I think they need to be a lot better. I think that Thailand did everything right in the first leg, and they should have potentially stolen a late goal to win the first leg as well. Gianni Infantino's at this one as well, which is good to see. His representation in Southeast Asia, whatever you think of the man. As the players get ready to come out and walk past the trophy. Now the key question, as ever, is anyone going to be brave enough to touch the trophy? You know what they say, if you touch the trophy, your team doesn't win. Is it completely made up, or is it a legit curse? I mean, Infantino said some strange stuff, hasn't he, in the past? Players coming out now. Including that Israel and Palestine could host a joint World Cup. Yes, he has legitimately said that. Nobody touched the trophy. The 2 best teams in this region, they go head to head. Infantino's a strange fellow, isn't he? looking forward to this game. National anthems coming. Most people backing Thailand win now, quite comfortably. Yeah, North Korea, South Korea combined bid would happen. Yeah, he said some funny stuff. I mean, the fact that, and I know this is just me and a lot of people don't care about this, the fact that for the World Cup final, presentation of the World Cup trophy, Gianni Infantino was wearing white trainers, just didn't sit right with me. Just did not sit right with me at all. I know it's just me, but still. It just didn't feel right. We've got everything ready. We've got the goal lights ready. We've got the Vietnam ready. We've got the Thailand and the DNQ blue ready. The pole is set up. The scoreboard is ready. The stage is set. You are here for Thailand versus Vietnam. Bonjour fellas, how are you all doing today? Yes, whipping out the fridge. Good, thank you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We need more score predictions in the chat for how you think this final's going to go. Second leg, 2-2 after the first. Good to have you all here. I don't love the Thailand kit, I'm not going to lie. I don't love the Thailand kit. I beg he fench. I see. Elias is not French. Oh, the atmosphere is great again. It's absolutely incredible, the atmosphere. As the Thai players shake hands with the referees and we get ready. Now Polking looks pumped. Oh, to add the French this time in the French capital. Well, there you go. Paris. Thought you're having a good time there. So, Kampon, Sasalak, Tiraton, Panzer, Sarich, Yuyen, Piridol, Adisak, Kritsada, Supanan, Wiratet, Poramet. 0 changes for Thailand in this first leg. I imagine it will be the same system. Oh, Elias is going with the 2-1 Thailand as well, just like I did. I heard PSG lost rights to stadium. Did they? I did not know. They might do. PSG are playing Al Nassr soon, aren't they? 19th, is it? This should be a good game, I think. I think that from a Vietnam perspective, Van Lam, Ngoc Hai, Van Tao, Tan Binh, Hung Duc, Tuan An, Hoang An, Hoang Duc, Van Duc and Ten Lin. It also looks with a back 5 system. Both these teams sort of having kind of wing backs. I don't think it'd be 9-0 if PSG and Al Nassr play again. I don't think it would quite be 9. Or it might not be 2-0. Be interesting to see if Cristiano himself plays in that one. Now we're at almost 70% of people backing Thailand. Oh, that would be good, KFR. What is your local club down in the southern hemisphere? The two managers embrace before the game. There's probably a lot of mutual respect between these two. Melbourne, that's passionate. I think I'm going to go with an Iraq-Qatar draw. Iraq to win in extra time or penalties. That's my guess for the Iraq-Qatar game. And I think that Bahrain, Oman will win 2-1. Is my prediction. semi guesswork for the Bahrain Oman one. Melbourne City, top of Australian League. Which Melbourne was it? Was it the Melbourne Derby where it all kicked off with the goalkeeper and the flare? I can't remember which Melbourne team came out looking alright from that and which one didn't. It's probably a bone of contention. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick off. Here we go. The second leg is underway and immediately Thailand spray the ball forward. Victory City Melbourne Derby. Yeah, interesting scenes in that one. So it does sort of look like it's going to be a back 5 for Thailand, but again, oh, is it? I didn't know that. That'd be a good. Is it being played behind closed doors next time, or is it still? Oh, decent play, and that is an early free kick to Thailand, and the crowd gets up for this one. Van Haan it was with the foul. It is a foul, not a huge amount in it though. Poromet fouled, and the Vietnamese bad boy coming in early doors. Oh, okay. I didn't know they shared a stadium. There you go. I did not know that the two Melbourne sides shared a stadium. Yeah, cool. I like that. Tiraton is going to whip this in. This is in a good position for the left footer actually. It's going to be an in-swinger towards the keeper. What he can't do is overcook this. I would go with a Sebastian Larsson whip, bounce on the penalty spot kind of vibe. I always prefer in-swingers like that. Here goes. Oh, that was a decent ball in as well actually. Good keeping from Van Lam. Yeah, I suppose Thailand on the ball again. Still on the ball. They get the ball wide. Oh, it's quite contended. Poromet loses out though, and here come Vietnam on the first time that they've had the ball, and they counter-attack early doors. Tien Lin was chasing that, but Supernan, really good work from him to cut that out. Good start to this game, good pace. Limited rectangular stadiums in Australia. Yeah, they're all cricket grounds, aren't they? Yeah, oval and circle, yeah. AFL, what is AFL? Do I know AFL? Not convinced that I do. Vietnam on the ball in their own half, 2.5 minutes into this game. Well, they've lost the ball, and Thailand just keeping it. Vietnam not applying too much pressure high up the pitch so far. We're up to 19 votes in the poll. Keep your votes coming in who you think's going to win this one, if you haven't already. Adisak making a run in behind, but just drifts into the offside position. That back line needs to be a bit more careful for Vietnam in this second leg about playing the offside track, because they got caught out, didn't they? Particularly for the second goal in the first leg for Thailand. Thailand is on the ball now. AFL is the highest attended sport in the world. Nice. Thailand moved the ball out to the left-hand side. Yeah, 70k attendance. Yeah, okay. Thailand on the ball, they push it wide, looking for Adisak. Hustling, but well defended. And Vietnam either with a throw in their own corner or it's a goal kick. It looks like it's going to be a throw. The boos ring around the ground, which is incredible. It is indeed a goal kick. Fantastic atmosphere so far here in Thailand. One of the best potentially that I've heard in this tournament, along with Bakut Jalil, I'd say, or the Bakut Jalil. Not 100% sure how that's pronounced. Van Lam sweeps the ball forward. Thailand cut it out. Early few minutes, nothing doing so far for either team. That's well cut out by Thailand as they get the ball forward, and there's a mistake defensively, and Adisak's roaming through here early doors! And he just scoops it wide, but high press from Thailand looking to catch out the Vietnamese defence. They make the error. And it was Vietnam. Oh, poor mistake, and then he slips as he's trying to get the ball. Adisak, could he have been a little bit more composed there, the forward? Just goes with his left and he's just off balance. He sort of slips underneath the ball as he hits it. Thailand could have had a lead there. First real chance. And it falls the way of Thailand. Now more votes have come in the poll. Thank you for voting, everyone who has. And really 75% now, Thailand. You'd have to say they've started the game probably slightly better. Vietnam dicing with danger at the back again. This time they get away with it and they play out well. I suppose when it works, it looks good. Vietnam sweep the ball forward, but that's cut out by Kritsada. Tiraton comes in, steals the ball. It's going to be a real battle this game, particularly in the middle of the park, I imagine. Vietnam will need to get past Tiraton and also try and cut out some of his long raking passes as well. Not 100% sure if I've cut out or not. Seeing a loading screen for me. If you can still hear me and see me, then just let me know if that will be alright. As Vietnam looked to push the ball forward, but it's cut out. Let me just double check if that's okay. We're still working all right. You can see that my expression has changed. Vietnam on the ball, moving forward. Free kick, I think, is it going to be? No, it's advantage played. Vietnam now on the ball in their own half. Looks like I might be back now. I think I am. Apologies if I dropped out there. And now Vietnam are on the ball and they're driving inside from the left hand side. They made their way into the box and that one is overhit and it's cleared away. Duck keeps driving inside here and he's just not, again, composed on that finish. Now half a chance for both sides. I have to say the Thailand chance slightly better, but not a bad effort there. Bakwang Duck. Tiraton on the ball for Thailand. Plays out wide. He's on it again. I'm not really sure that it is a back five for Thailand. I just think that Tiraton just drops in when he needs to play those forward passes. Kutsada plays the ball forward. Ooh. And Adisak goes down. Corner given. Just want to see this again. It's a tussle between Tan Vin and Adisak. Yeah, corner's correct decision, I think. Does make contact with the ball. Tiraton probably going to go over and take this on the in-swinger. Indeed, it will be the captain. And he whips that in. That's a good ball. Good keeping again, Van Lam, who is fouled by Adisak. Not in an aggressive way. Both players just competing for the ball. It's a good ball in again. Just a little bit too close to the keeper. Well contested and good to see that nobody was hurt in that challenge. Panzer, interestingly, jumping with his arm there. Probably just to try and distract the goalkeeper. Van Lam swings that ball forward. Sure, to a certain extent he was hoping for clean sheets throughout the whole tournament. Panzer's gone down. Oh, I think he might have dislocated something. Oh, I think there's a finger dislocation here. I think I've just seen it. We're watching the replay now. Oh, he knows straight away. Yeah, I think weirdly as he presses in for the challenge, I think there's a dislocation. Thumbs up. I think they've popped it back in. Ooh. Kobe Bryant style. Grim. So we've got 25 votes now, most people backing Thailand. Just a break in play currently. 40,000 people watching the actual game. Panzer it is who's gone down. I think he'll be okay. It's just a finger injury. Yeah, it looks like they've just taped it out. And the game gets back underway after a short break. Panzer will be able to come back on. Just dislocated finger, pop it back in, tie it together, no problems. Surely Panzer can come back on now. No, he's still off on the side. I mean, he'll be fine, man. It's just a finger. It's a good ball in. Comfy save for the Thai goalkeeper. Wasn't actually that good a ball in. Campon's a decent keeper. Couldn't have done anything about. Panzer is back on. His three fingers are tied together now. It's going to be tough in terms of when he's kind of like battling with players now. For me, as a Vietnamese striker, I'd be on him the whole time. Get him subbed off, get him taken off. Anything you can do, pushing, punching, pinching off the ball to try and hurt him, because he doesn't look in a good way. Tiraton sweeps the ball forward. It's going to go out for a Vietnam goal kick. But if I'm a Vietnam striker and I don't want to come up against Panzer for the rest of the game, I'd be straight in there. That's the play you want to stand on, because he's not going to want to compete in the air. He's not going to want to compete with you. I don't know, it's not very nice, it's just part of the game, I think. Be interesting to see if he does get taken off, because whilst he's a good player and it's important to keep him on, as Adi Sak and Co have won the ball high at the pitch. That one's been cut out, but Thailand still push forward. They get the ball wide now, Thailand. Looking to deliver. Only Adi Sak really in the box. Good win. It's a great, strong challenge, and now Vietnam can come forward. Oh, this is a decent little attack from Vietnam. Tin Lin's on it. Now they just keep the ball. It's a good solid challenge up there though, wasn't it? And now they sweep the ball, switch of play. Sasalak on the ball now for Thailand, and maybe a bit overconfident playing the ball out. I thought that was a 50-50 sort of challenge there between the attacker and the defender. I think that's a 50-50. I don't think that either side deserves to be penalised there, as Sasalak gets away with it a little bit. I think I said Supernan as I was talking before the game. I think it was actually Sasalak that didn't do that well, in my opinion, in the first leg. That ball swept forward. Flag goes up against Poromet. Yeah, Parliament just offside there. But again, you know, that back line of Vietnam, they weren't in a flat line there. A slightly better run. They would have been caught out. First 15 minutes, possession pretty much even, number of passes pretty much even. It's been a pretty even game. Thailand obviously having the advantage so far, but as I said beforehand, I think, excuse me, a lot of impetus in this game is on the hosts. Not on the host, sorry, on the away side. The away side could just settle into this game. Thailand having a good amount of possession. And again, there's not a huge amount of press from Vietnam. I know they don't want to overexpose themselves and go 3-2 down, but I think that they're showing Thailand a little bit too much of the ball here. You know, you can't let Thailand just pop the ball around like this. They've got the quality to hurt you. Here's Wiratep, moves the ball forward to Sasalak, and now Tiraton plays it forward. Adisak's done well, and now Sasalak's on it! Oh, and he whipped that across the face of goal. I think that was a decent little delivery, but nobody there throwing their body on the line at that one. And now Vietnam look to go forward, but that's cut out by Supanan, and Vietnam have a throw in. Good play again from Adisak though. Tiraton found him with a sweeping forward pass. As it stands, 17 minutes in, Thailand will be pretty happy. I know Paul King been looking at this. Quite comfortable with how it's gone so far. But here come Vietnam. Ball in their own half currently. No real options for them. So sweep the ball forward, and that's easily cut out by Sasalak. He plays that ball forward. And Thailand just recycle possession. Kampon on the ball now. Play back to Wiratep. Certainly no signs to be panicking so far from Thailand. Tiraton playing that ball forward, looking for Poromet, who flung himself to the floor, claiming an infringement. Nothing given. I didn't see enough in there personally. As Vietnam come forward again. Again, they're playing down their right-hand side predominantly. But now they switch it to the left. Oh, it's a decent ball. Just over the top, well cut out. Still on the ball though, Vietnam. And that time a big challenge came in, and that was from Piradol. Unnecessary challenge, and he's been booked straight away, Piradol there. I think that probably was a yellow card. I'll have to see it again. Lunged in. Yeah, that's a nasty challenge actually. The studs don't come up, but really charges in on Hwanan's foot there. And Piradol goes into the book. First yellow card of this final, of this leg of the final. I think that is the correct decision, and out of nothing really, a free kick to Vietnam. Hoang Duc goes across to take it. Pretty much everyone back for Thailand here. As Hoang Duc gets ready to deliver this one into the box. Referee just warning the players. We've seen a lot of that in this tournament. Referees just laying the law. You'd have to get some serious whip on this delivery, to be honest. I'd be surprised if he doesn't play it short. He doesn't, he goes into the box. It's actually quite a good ball. They're going to challenge for the seconds here. Vietnam, bicycle kick attempted! Comfy save in the end. Tien Lin flipping his body over itself. Just didn't quite get the connection on that one though. Probably the right effort though, nothing else he really could have done. And here's Sasalak as Thailand look to move forward. Switch of the plays on if they want to do it, and here is Tiraton who's probably going to deliver that. Yes, he does. They move out to the right hand side. And Kritsada plays that ball back in. Here's Tiraton again. Wiratep, who's had a lot of the ball in the early stages, and he sweeps that forward as well. That's a good ball actually. That's well defended, and Vietnam push forward. Sure, one of the Vietnam players has just gone down there, kind of off the ball, flicks it round the defender. It's a decent attempted bicycle kick actually by Ten Lin. Never really going to cause too many problems. Huang Duc's gone down off the pitch. Complaining about infringement. Flicks it round. I mean, there is nothing in that from Huang Duc. He still doesn't look like he's moving comfortably. He is back on the pitch. Throw into Vietnam just inside their own half. Now they forced all the way back to the goalkeeper. That's not a clean back pass. Taking some risks in their own defensive third there, Vietnam, but they do get away with it. And they sweep the ball forward, and there's Huang Duc, who seems fine now. They don't look super confident in this area of the pitch though with the centre backs as Adisak applies pressure. The boos ring around the stadium here in Thailand, but it's good play from Vietnam and they move forward. Plays it over the top, looking for Huang Duc, but Kampon's going to get there easily. Easily going to get there. Tiraton to Wiratep. Piradon pushes that forward. It's a good pass. Thailand certainly looking comfy here. Wouldn't say that either side looks particularly worried pressure-wise. Thailand goal. Thailand goal. How are you so far ahead of me? Oh, you actually are legitimately ahead of me. I'm like 3 minutes behind. I have no idea why that is. After this goal, I'll catch up. Why am I like 3 minutes behind? Like I have just got on it and I'm legitimately at like -2 minutes. RIP KFR's prediction of 1-0 Vietnam. I mean, they've been on the ball for ages in the build-up, by the way, Thailand here. We'll get the goal lights ready as I know that it's coming. It's my fault I'm a couple minutes behind. So here's Tiraton. Plays it out to the left-hand side, Wiratep. Sasalak. Wiratep. That's a good ball inside. Adisak. Tiraton. Goal! Tiraton! And Thailand take the lead! Sue! It's a good goal. And it is 1-0 to Thailand. I'll now catch up. There we go, I'm up to speed now. Sue! I can't even complain that you put that in the chat because I was 2.5 minutes behind. I have no idea why. I bet you were listening to me going, I don't think that he's up to speed here. I'm back up to speed now. I'm legitimately back up to speed. I was actually just behind on the live stream. Well, I don't know why. Here's a chance. Tianlin. That's comfortably wide. There we go, we're back up to speed now. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind like a 30-second delay, but I was legitimately like 2.5 minutes behind. I have no reason why. But now we're back up to speed. So you joined DNQ at the perfect time. And it's that, man, to be fair, just to talk about it, it's 3-2 obviously on aggregate. I don't think one goal was ever going to be enough for Thailand. Sorry, for Vietnam, I don't think, even if it was 0-0, I don't think that 1-0 up would have been comfy for them. Ooh, sprayed forward. Looks like that's just going to run out. Yeah, Tien Lin with a close effort. But here come Thailand again. Tiraton. It's played back to Wiratep. Piradon does well there. That's going to be a free kick to Thailand, and Van Tan booked. It's getting a little bit spicy. That's a nasty challenge. You've got to say that Thailand have been excellent in this tournament, and it's another long-range goal, another wonder shot really. Weaker foot, wasn't that, Tiraton? Excellent from him. Tiraton has been, for me, player of the tournament so far. Thailand is just so good at winning this tournament. That was kind of my reason for picking them when I did the preview. Oh, that's good play. That's good play, and that's another foul. Tien Lin that time. Piradol's been involved a lot so far in this game. So he skips past Tien Lin. That should be a yellow card, shouldn't it? He's all over him. Here come Thailand again. Quite comfy moving into the space. Sweeps the ball forward. Here's Piradol again. Probably spray that ball forward in a little bit. Thailand again, they're pretty comfy on the ball in their own half. Here is Tiraton, sprays it forward. Sasalak, can he deliver? Well, he can, and that looked like it had almost just gone out there, but Vietnam get away with it. Sasalak with a clever foul there. That's a yellow card for Sasalak because that's a yellow card. It's a yellow card for Sasalak. There's nothing more. Why is this? Oh, the game's got spicy already. Half an hour in, there's going to be some cards there. It's a yellow card for Sasalak, in my opinion, because it's just a professional tackle. He stops the counter-attack, yellow card. There's nothing more to it than that, I don't think. He then trips over the player in front of him. Yeah, he just trips over the body that's in front of him. There's nothing more to it than that. But then it all kicks off. Adisak, Van Hau. I don't know if anyone's been booked then. I think that Sasalak should have picked up a yellow card for that challenge. think that Van Gaal will get booked in this game. I think that it wouldn't be... I wonder how much I can bet on that. You must be able to bet on this game. You must be able to bet on this game. I wonder if you can do request bets. Vietnam give the ball away again. Tiraton, but it's just a loose pass as Thailand look to move forward. Oh, that's good play from Vietnam as they get the ball down the right-hand side. Dung whipped that in, but it's cut out, and Tiraton has to clear. It's not the best clearance I've ever seen. This game is going to get spicy because there's a lot of loose passes and a lot of loose possession. Is Adisak, and he's fouled as well. In play, here we go. Thailand versus Vietnam. Wow, Vietnam are in insane odds. They're at 9s to win this. It's got to be worth a quid. I think the Thailand do look better though. So winner of the tie, Vietnam are at 5s, but winner of the overall match, Vietnam are at 9s. That's weird. God, you can get 12-1 on Thailand in extra time. This is a good game, to be fair. I must say Thailand are looking really good in this game. Looking better than they did in the first leg. Looking like how they were in the second half of the first leg, actually. Just splitting that 5. Tiraton sweeps that ball forward. They're dominating down these wings. They've got half a chance to deliver again. Sarach Yuyen on the ball. Plays that back. Wiratep. Well, this is stunningly good football. If they can get something from this again... They've still got half a chance. They just go back with the ball. Everyone's high up the pitch for Thailand. They need to be careful they don't lose the ball here because they'd be open to a counter-attack. Nah, you can't get that many good bets. Substitution very early in this game. Tuan An's come off and Quang Hai's come on to Vietnam. They're already pushing forward. So Thailand have been pretty comfy so far in this game, but here come Vietnam with half a chance. Kampol, Kampon even, doing well. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Thailand definitely the better side so far, and they've got the 3-2 aggregate lead, and of course they have the away goal lead as well, even if Vietnam equalise. Substitution 35 minutes in as a holding defensive midfielder. It can't be easy. Adisak. Oh, that's a great turn from him. Here come Thailand once more. Can they get the ball into the box? Can they create something? They look really good in this game, Thailand, so far. As they push forward again. That's well defended. And they win a free kick. Crowd's going mad. Pyridol so far the winner of the most duels in this match, and I think he has played well in the centre of the park, it must be said. Vietnam on the ball. They sweep the ball forward. But that's cut out again. They're just unlucky with the interception. And they've been unlucky with a few challenges there. This would be quite fortunate for Vietnam if they can get something from this. But they can't. Tiraton again intercepts, and that time there's definitely a foul. That's definitely a foul and probably a card for the challenger coming in. They've got to be careful here. Who is that? Quang Hai maybe? It's Huang Duc it was who was booked that time. Not a lot in that, to be honest. But Vietnam can just... Thailand, sorry, they can just do this all game if they want to. And Tiraton can go down here and they can just chill out. Here we see the Tiraton weaker foot strike. Bounces at just that awkward distance in front of the keeper. There's no chance for him. It's a great effort. It's a great effort by Tiraton. A deserved goal. He does the Sui. Six minutes to go until half time. It's going to be tough for Vietnam in the second half to get back into it at all. As Thailand get the ball underway again. Thailand on the ball. They can't muck about with it here. They play that forward though. What a pass that is. It's into the path of Sasalak. Sprays it in! Oh, that was a huge chance. It was great play by Sasalak in the end. They're still on the ball, Thailand. Pyridol. Sasalak again. Pyridol once more. Recycle possession, Thailand. They've been so good in this game. You've got to say, fully deserving of their lead currently. 5 minutes left of the first half. Great play from Thailand. So get the ball forward. Just outdone there, Kritsada on the ball. But they've been sloppy in possession, Vietnam, and Thailand back on it once more. Tiraton dropping all the way back in to like a sweeper roll. The goal scorer, of course. And here he is again. Plays it forward. Wiratep. To Adisak. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. It was. Not sure who that was actually. Kritsada on the ball. Out wide. Supernan. Pushing forward. Running at the defence. Vietnam then don't look like they're sure how to deal with this Thai attack. It's a good play from Tiraton again, and Thailand have a free kick. This is in a good area. This is in a good area as well. I mean, that's probably a foul, to be fair. This was such a good chance that we're watching now. Poromet should have done better. Oh, Poromet should have done a bit more. Just better connection there, and that's 2-0 Thailand tie over, you'd have to say. I've got the goal lights ready because Tiraton is over this. It's 23 yards out, right hand side of the goal. Tiraton over it. They're doing that thing where a man lies behind the wall. Thai captain stands over it. It will be Tiraton! And you can tell from my reaction that that is comfortably over. As it stands, Vietnam need 2 goals to win the tournament. Thailand need 0. Vietnam, they look confused about how they're going to play, and they've played it short. They've got no real options. And now they have to go long, and that should have been cut out actually by Panzer, but it wasn't, and Vietnam regained possession, recycled possession back into their own half. But Pirodon wins it back again. He's been one of the best players in this half actually. Apart from Tiraton, who's probably just been slightly better, but the other defensive midfielder's also been excellent. Just 2 minutes to go, plus any added time in this first half. I think there'll be a couple of minutes. He did have that injury for that dislocated finger. And again, Adisak, hold-up play is great, and Thailand sweep the ball forward. Can probably try and win a... Oh, that's well defended. But it's whether or not Vietnam can get out of the trap. And they can on that occasion. It's a free kick. Supernan it was with the challenge. And it's an aggregate 3-2 lead as we close into the final stages of the half. Vietnam have not had any real chances in this game. Tien Lin had a bicycle kick that was never really going to cause any problems. There was a shot from Hoang Duc that sailed over the bar. And again, it's a worldy effort that's broken the deadlock in this one. Vietnam do spray the ball forward now, though. Panzer clears with ease. Adisak is the man again who picks it up. He has genuinely been incredible in this game. And here's Tiraton pushing down the left-hand side. They can't let him deliver this if he has the chance to, and he does. It's a decent ball in. Squirms all the way across the face of goal. Could have been a slightly better ball in, to be honest, there from Tiraton. It's interesting how they change the system and how players then fill the gap that Tiraton leaves as he just gently jogs back into position. Vietnam, who haven't had too many ideas, it's going to be 3 minutes of added time. They just can't really contend with this Thai system, to be honest. Thailand have been far better in this home leg than they were in the first half of the away leg. I think there's every chance that Vietnam would go down to 10 men as well. Just been the slightly more aggressive side. I would say that there is an argument to be said that there's a couple of Thai players who are going to be heavily involved, such as... oh, that's good play again from Thailand, and another foul by the Vietnamese defender, and Adisak squaring up to the Vietnamese defender. Quang Hai did well there to not get drawn in, but he's having a tough time, Quang Hai, with Adisak. That is definitely a foul. I think Adisak's probably right to be able to get in his face there, but oh, it was not Kai, actually, it was. Well, before the game we had a slight advantage on the pole to Vietnam, then it swung completely the other way as people changed their minds and thought, actually, Thailand. Wiratep plays the ball forward, flag is up against Adisak. I'm not sure that he actually was offside there, but it was close. Great goal that, wasn't it? From Tiraton. Great goal from him. So we approach half time. There's just 1 minute of added time to go. Yeah, I was actually wondering, when does Mano Polking's contract run out? We know that Park Hang-seo's going after this one for Vietnam, but when's Mano Polking supposed to go? Because this has been a masterclass so far, this first half. Good to have you in the chat as well. Jean? Oh, it's this year. Definitely need to extend it. Definitely need to extend it. They're looking so good. And I must say, Tiraton has been excellent. Hello Ahmed, good to have you with us. Tiraton's been fantastic. They've not had Chanatip in this tournament. They've just been really good. I think that this has probably been the best half that they've played though. Here come Vietnam. Nothing doing. And it is, in fact, half time. What a half for Thailand. 1-0. Deservedly 1-0. It was a wonder goal, fair enough, but still, nonetheless, it was an absolutely wondrous strike from Tiraton. Then he hit us with the Sui, and it is 1-0 to Thailand at half time. We are going to duck away because I've been drinking copious amounts of coffee and water in the first half with minimal relief. Well, no relief. Minimal relief would imply that I've slightly wet myself, which I haven't. But I am going to go to the loo, get a refill of my drink, and I'll be back for the second half in just a moment. I mean, you just can't question, if Mano Polking does win this tournament again, you just can't question his genius in this tournament. Anyway, I'll duck away for but a moment, and I'll be back soon. Hey, how you doing? Second half soon to get underway here in Thailand. I've had a short break, but we are now back to it. Thailand very good so far. Very, very good, and I don't think that will particularly change in the second half. What will Park Hang-seo be able to do about this? In the second half, I'm not sure, because they'll have to score goals, but they can't go all guns blazing and just attack. Because with players like Adisak, who's been instrumental, I think, in this final, quietly instrumental, they will have to respect the counter-attack as much as they might not want to of the opposition. What a goal it was as well, that. Fantastic strike by Tiraton in the first half. A strike that Tirasindanga would have been proud of. He, of course, remains on the bench currently. Don't think we'll see him, to be honest. If Thailand are winning or it's a draw, I don't think that we'll see Tirasin unless Adisak gets really, really tired. As the camera goes around the crowd. Which is nice to see. Obviously Gianni Infantino is there for this game, trying to bring football to Southeast Asia. And to be honest, you've only got to look at how many people are watching the official game on YouTube alone. I think it got up to 40,000 in that first half. As the players emerge for the second half of this game. And Tirasin does emerge from the tunnel, but still wearing his bib. He will not be coming on at half time in this game. Not sure there'll be any substitutions. You think that Shin Tae-yong is going to replace? That would be massive if he did. I think that would be really, really good for Vietnam if they managed to get someone of Shin Tae-yong's quality to step in. I think it would be good to have someone who knows the region. He's been crucial, hasn't he, Shin Tae-yong, for Indonesia's development across the last few years. So it'd be very good for Vietnam if they could get someone like him. I need someone who understands the region, I think. I'll be interested to see what Kitsuki Honda can do across the next few years at Cambodia as well. I think already they've shown quite a big improvement in the time that he's been there. So it'll be interesting to see if they can continue that. I wonder who will be in charge of both of these sides when we get to AFC Asian Cup next year. Van Dijk has come off for Tuan Hai. And Viet An has come off for Do Man. So two more changes for Vietnam, who have now made 3 substitutions. They made one on the 35th minute as well. Thailand, no changes for them. They've got a couple of players to bring on, haven't they, with a burst of pace going forward, but I don't think defensively they'll want to change their shape at all, if they can avoid it. What can Vietnam do? Vietnam got 45 minutes to cause an upset. Second half about to get underway. It'll be Vietnam who will start us off. Waiting. And the second half does begin. And it is currently 1-0 to Thailand, but also 3-2 to Thailand on aggregate. And I think based on this first half, if you view this just as an individual final, just this one game, I think they deserve it. I do think they deserve it. Be interesting to see if Vietnam change their style of play, if they kind of go to a more attacking system. I don't know where they've really got any huge amount of luck from in an attacking sense though so far. As they sweep that ball forward, Thailand, but Vietnam do cut it out. They lost the ball. Sasalak's got to be careful here. I don't think he was booked in the first half, but he can't afford to get booked early in this second either. That's a decent ball swept in by Vietnam. Kutsada clears. Oh, that's good play from Supanan, and Kritsada can sweep that ball clear, and the man giving chase as ever, Adisak. Thailand quite comfy just lumping the ball long there as the ball goes back to the Vietnamese goalkeeper Van Lam. Vietnam themselves go direct. Oh, and that's a decent ball. Tuan Hai pushing forward. Good pass again there by Tiraton as he sweeps the ball forward. And some bizarre play down the left wing from Sarash Yuyen, but he does win the throw in to Thailand. Tiraton is just a level above, isn't he? Certainly so far in this game. Ball all the way back to the Thai goalkeeper who sweeps it forward. But the ball goes along and Vietnam can intercept and they can push forward, but just not sure where they're trying to play it. That's a good play though. Van Hau whips it in. Ball squirming in and around the box. There's questions around whether or not that was going to be given as a penalty, but nothing given. Don't think there was anything, personally. Not convinced. Apparently, Vietnam asking for handball in the area. I didn't see anything, but it was a flash, wasn't it? It was quick. They're still asking for that handball. Not seen a replay yet. I didn't see it. Moved very quickly, I think. It was all very close quarters as well. To be given as handball without seeing a replay would have probably been harsh. As Tiraton intercepts again and sweeps it forward straight away, goes direct. But that one is cut out on its way to Adisak. There's not that many appeals from Vietnam for the handball there. Still yet to see it. Vietnam back in their own half. So we approach the 50-minute mark. Still plenty to play for in this game. Not seen anything of Ten Lin so far in this game for Vietnam, which is really testament to Thailand's defensive capabilities so far in this game. Particularly, well, all of them actually. Wiratong Kritsada and Panzer have all done very well in this first half. And so far at the start of the second. That's decent play from Vietnam. They've got to the position just on the edge of the Thai box a number of times, but without ever being able to really do much. Oh, and it's a defensive error from Thailand, from Supanan. And Vietnam still on the ball, still pushing forward. But it's a really low block, defensive block from Thailand. They just sweep the ball forward towards Adisak and force the error from the Vietnamese defence. 1-0 Iraq. What did I say? Draw? I said I think it would be a draw and Late goal. Alright, extra time win. Ball back with Campon in the Thai goal. Offside flag up against Adisak. And so as we, Poramet. And so as we go past the 50-minute mark, Thailand still in exactly the same position. 1-0 up, 3-2 up. Vietnam would need 2 goals to turn this around. In the literal sense that 1 goal won't be enough, Thailand would win on away goals. But I must say, Thailand very defensive at the start of this second half. No way, that's a foul. Thailand are just booting the ball long at the start of the second half. I don't think they've really got that many passes together. So they'll need to be careful that they don't let this slip. Vietnam having most of the ball, trying to push the ball forward. Atmosphere looks good. Mano Polking looks comfortable, composed. Thailand not threatened big time yet, but they can't get deeper and deeper into their own box, because if Vietnam do score, they'll feel like they've got the bit between their teeth, and they'll feel quite confident that they can get another. That's good play though from Thailand, and here's that man again. Tiraton goes to the back post, but massively overcooked. A poor delivery from him, really. They would have had a good chance there that they got that right. That is an interesting fact with this referee. Thailand never won a game. Of course, they don't actually have to win this one to win the tie, but that is a very weird stat. First time for everything, like you say. Wiratep, who I think has been really good in this game, plays it forward to Adisak. And pushes that wide, Sasalak. Back to Wiratep. Sarash Yuyen. Wiratep again. Sasalak. Wiratep. Sasalak. Tiraton. Play forward. Cut out that time. So composed on the ball, aren't they? Kritsada that time though, poor defensive header from him, and Vietnam have got half a chance here as they push forward. Good challenge from Kritsada, and that is a throw into Vietnam. Huang Duc. Looking for options, nothing really on. Van Haal's on it now. Whilst he's, like I say, that sort of bad boy that they've got, he's also got a mean left-footed delivery, so they can't let him do that. And the ball is switched out to the right-hand side for Vietnam. But again, the low block. They really need a moment of magic to try and break down this Thailand defence. Yeah, 1-0 Iraq, which is really good. Wishing them the best for this tournament. They're in the semi-final stage. I think they've got half a chance to win it. As Thailand win the ball back and pass it back to Kritsada. Campon's under a little bit of pressure, but manages to sweep that away. As soon as the ball's played back to him, the attackers for Thailand need to do a little bit more to push forward there, because no real option. So when the ball goes long, it's coming straight back. Van Haal plays it in. Supanan with a good challenge. That ball stayed in though. Vietnam back on it again. All Vietnam in terms of possession so far at the start of the second half. Oh, what is that? It's a terrible pass from Van Haal. And Adisak's roaming forward. And doing man with a very good challenge to stop Adisak. I think that could have been a throw into Vietnam there. I thought it was a really good tackle. And Sasalak now, and Thailand have the chance to just get a little bit further up the pitch. To Decent throw in, but a miscontrol. And now Vietnam on the ball again, and Van Hal sweeps that forward. Wirate wins it, and they've given the ball away again. Tiraton wins it back. Sasalak's on it, trying to take on his man. Probably didn't need to do that then. Probably could have saved himself by passing it along to Tiraton. Vietnam sweep the ball in. Good keeping, Campon. A fair challenge, I'd say, from Tuan Hai. There's nothing in that. It's fair enough that it's the keeper's gone down there. Ball swept into the box, came out, collected it, 2 hands. Collision then came in from Tuan Hai, but he's very entitled to go for that ball. He doesn't do anything, he's not trying to get in the way. Just the landing, I think, would have hurt the keeper, Campon, there. Just, you see his whole body goes up, and yeah, that would hurt. The Thailand goalkeeper goes down and stays down. Probably going to be okay. Good atmosphere here in this game. So what are we now? We're 56 minutes in. The keeper, brilliant though. Campon couldn't have done a lot in the first leg, Campon, differently. And he is up now. I say that he's been brilliant, and he immediately kicks that free kick out of play. Far up the pitch but out of play, and Vietnam back on the ball again. What's the second half possession been like? 12 minutes played. I'd say it's probably about 65% Vietnam. When Thailand are on the ball, they can't rush it. They need to trust their players. Trust players like Tiraton and Poramet. Sarash Yuyen, of course. Here's Quay Nok high, plays it forward. See, this is a bit better. The picture that I'm seeing now, Thailand players just a little bit further up the pitch. But that's good play from Vietnam. And Hoang Duc strikes from distance! Oh my goodness, that was so close. That was incredibly close from Hoang Duc. A dipping, swirling effort. That only... I'll tell you what, that's going in until it just veers away. That almost even clips the post. That is a stunningly good effort. We've seen some stunners already in this double-legged final. We almost just saw another there. So yellow card for Ten Lin there for a late challenge on Tiraton. I think the yellow card was a little bit harsh. He's just competing for the ball. Tiraton kicks the ball mid-air, volleys the ball, and the challenge was coming in from Ten Lin. It's a soft yellow, I'd say, but it might be through accumulation. He had a couple in the first half. Doesn't mean anything right now, of course. Tiraton should be fine, but can buy an extra few minutes here. Slow starts at the second half. Tiraton back to his feet. Looks like it's all going to be absolutely fine. Didn't have to go off either. Qatar scores 1-1. I think it will be quite a close game, that one. Here's Adisak. What can he do? Just holds it up well. Brings other players into play. Here's Wiratep. Good feet from him. And he's on it again, Wiratep. And he pushes forward, trying to squirm it in towards Arasasak. Doesn't quite work out. They race forward and they win a ball again. Thailand have just had that extra level of hunger, haven't they? But then again, Vietnam win the ball. They clip that forward. Oh, what a brilliant challenge that is by Panzer. If he hadn't have got there, Vietnam were in. That is a stunningly good interception there by Panzer. Ball swept forward. By Vietnam, and I think it would have been Ten Lin who would have been through there. Thailand again just hooking the ball long. This time they do pick up the seconds. Here's Kritsada. And they give the ball away. Vietnam certainly not out of this game. He's quite high. Surprised that he didn't start, to be honest. Ball through. Oh, I don't think they're going to get there. It's a corner kick to Vietnam. It's good interplay, good forward play. But Kritsada in the end makes a good challenge. Kritsada does well there. Good recovery. And wins it. And now Vietnam deliver the corner. That's a good ball towards the back post. There's half a chance. They needed to do a little bit better there, and that's going to go out all the way for a goal kick. "62 minutes on the clock then, so less than half an hour to go now. Thailand will be quite comfy that they are in a good spot. We're at 50 votes, and most of you, unsurprisingly, backing Thailand to lift the trophy. I'm going to leave this one open though. So I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. As Thailand again sweep the ball forward and pick up the second bits. But they're not picking up thirds, and Vietnam on the ball. I believe that was actually a handball by Thailand, and Vietnam have a free kick in their own half. A goal for Vietnam wouldn't be enough with 28 minutes to go. They need two. It's a good play from Thailand. They switch the ball from right to left, trying to escape the pressure. Tiraton maybe just moving a little bit back into pressure. Supanan on the ball. It's probably gone the wrong way there. They're going to need to clear this. Kritsada plays it back to the goalkeeper. That's a bobbling pass. They do well. The ball out to Wiratep. Sasalak, Wiratep. It's a good play. It's a very good play. And here's Adisak now. They've moved all the way forward. What an attack this is. Oh, it's just cut out. But they've won the ball back high up the pitch. And here's Supanan with Kritsada overlapping. And Kritsada whips that in. It's low, it's driven, but nobody can get there. It's all the way through to Sasalak. He's onside, I believe. Stands up to his man. Plays it back to Wiratep, and here's Tiraton, who just keeps it back to Wiratep. Back to Tiraton, sorry, and that one's just squirmed out for a throw-in. Free kick Vietnam inside their own half again. So far in the second half, it's been a good second half from Thailand. They've just frustrated their opponents. Oh, defensive mistake by Kritsada. And here come Vietnam. That one's hooked out, and can Kampong get there? Yes, he can. And he's back with the Thai keeper. That's probably the best half chance that they've had. Vietnam in the second half. Kampong on the ball. And goes direct with it. Flicked on by Supanan. Comes off a Vietnamese head and will be a Thailand throw-in. 65 minutes on the clock. There was a few predictions in the chat saying 2-1 Thailand, including myself. Ooh, a number of changes. Ekanet and Bordin are going to come on for Thailand. Fresh legs. It's got to be a foul throw, hasn't it? That looked a lot like a foul throw, not given. And Thailand have another throw-in. I think that Bordin Pala will be really important when he comes on. That again looks like a foul throw, but it's not gone against Supanan, and Vietnam do well there to win the ball back. And they're playing very good football, but they lose the ball. There's a good challenge comes in on Adisak. That's chaos. It's chaos football at the moment. It's like pinball. And in the end, we get the ball long. Referee doesn't have to stop the game. Didn't have to stop the game there. It's a simple kind of ball to the midriff. Sorry, it's Yuyen who's gone down, but I don't think that this is... I mean, actually, it might work in the favour of Vietnam because Park Hang-seo's got everyone over to chat to them. Looks like a complete change. I don't think this is... Don't get me wrong, like, firstly, that towards Sarach Yuyen hits his hand, and secondly, he then goes down holding his belly. There's absolutely zero need for the referee to stop the game. Is it going to be a triple change here for Thailand? Potentially. We've got 22 minutes to go here. I'm going to sneeze. Apologies. So we're going to see a Vietnam change first. Van Tan has come off for Tantrum. That's their fourth substitution, so they've only got one more. Van Lam on the ball as Vietnam restart the play. It's the only change for now. Thailand yet to make any substitutions. But they are preparing them, and I think they're preparing a triple change with just over 20 minutes to go. Vietnam sweep the ball from right to left, and here's Van Hao. As one look up and sprays the ball in. It's a decent ball. It's coming together, but nothing given. And here's Supanan. Sweeps it down the line. I must say, Adisak does look a bit tired. Hello, Matt's channel. Welcome back. Game's been good so far, to be honest. Thailand have been really good, particularly first half. Second half, they're understandably far more comfy just sitting back. Vietnam have, again, in my opinion, not done enough to break them down. So Thailand, they're not parking the bus, but they're pretty comfy, not putting too much pressure on the ball. And I think the longer the game goes on, the more direct you'll see Thailand play. But Vietnam haven't been good enough really to, across the two games, to say they deserve to win this. I don't think, not in my opinion. I think that Vietnam have been okay, but in these two games they haven't done enough to beat Thailand. As Thailand win the ball back. Just lose the ball again. They've just been poor on the ball. Been really good defensively, but poor on the ball. And I say good defensively as Tien Lin is in, and that's a really poor finish. He tries to go with the outside of his right boot towards the goal, but that's super comfy for Kampong. That was half a chance actually. He'd outpaced Panzer and was in there, Tien Lin. And he should have done more, in truth. Vietnam really prepared to put as many players forward as they can. Here's Huang Duc, drives forward. Vietnam out on the right hand side, but they can't break, they just can't break Thailand down, to be honest. And they switch it. Vietnam, that's good play. Supernan, will he get there? No, he won't. That's Van Ham with a good challenge. And good defending. Yeah, so Vietnam, I mean, rankings-wise, they are the favourites, but not a huge amount in it, is there? And in this tournament, Thailand have definitely got the pedigree. It's going to be a corner kick to Vietnam, 20 minutes to go. Vietnam tend to do better against the bigger teams, whereas Thailand dominate this tournament. That's a good ball in towards the keeper. Of course, it was a corner that led to the second goal for Vietnam last time, and Kritsada manages to boot that clear, and it's gone all the way through to Van Lam. Just sweeping the ball forward here, Vietnam. Playing quite direct, and they've had a snapshot there that's gone over the bar. Double substitution now for Thailand. Ekanit and Bordimpala are coming on. And it is Adizak that comes off for Ekanit. There's going to be 3 substitutions actually. Just want confirmation of the second sub as Poromet makes way for Bordin, and Jakapan is going to come on for who? Piradol, is it? Piradol, yes, Piradol comes off for Jakapan. So triple substitution for Thailand as they look to see out these final stages. And it's Sarash Yuyen that's going to come off. Now 2-1 Iraq. God, I'm watching the wrong game. Thank you for the update, Ahmed. So Chakapan is going to come on, and it's Sarash Yuyen that's going to come off. Looks like he's maybe just looking a little bit tired. Thailand sweep the ball forward from the goal kick. They've got fresh legs on up front now, Thailand, and I think that's going to be important. Adisak was looking a little bit tired. It's going to be tough for Vietnam, to be honest. I wonder what the cash out's like on my bet. Here comes Thailand. It's well cut out. I'd say that Thailand have just had just as many chances in the second half as Vietnam have had. Final change, and Huang Dung, sorry, is coming off for Van Tuan. It's another attacking change for Vietnam, and that's it, that's their final change. As Thailand get the ball forward again. Sasalak, I must say, been much better in this second leg. I thought he struggled a little bit in the first leg, but he's done well, and he gets the ball forward there to Bordimpala, who's fouled, and it's a free kick to Thailand. And a decent chance to whip the ball in here. I'd put a few players forward. We'll say they play it quickly. Oh, and Bordin. It's well cut out, and it's going to be a corner. Doiman it was, who managed to get back just in time. They played it quick. It's Really good play. Again, Tiraton with a great delivery. Bourdin has a shot across goal that's blocked. It's a corner. Tiraton, I imagine, going over to take it. The outswinger from him. That wicked, wicked left. Indeed it is. Those blue boots from my MVP of this tournament. As he whips it in, it's a decent ball. It's gone all the way to the back post. Kritsada. But that's cut out. And here come Vietnam, and this is a big chance if they get this right. And the referee says no foul. I thought that was a foul on Van Tuan, to be honest. I thought that was a foul. I thought it was an absolutely fine professional foul to make. Well, certainly wasn't a red card or anything like that, but the referee says no doing. Here come Thailand. Ekanit, he's been brought down. Thailand go again. It's cut out easily. It's getting a little bit scrappy in these last few stages. Just over 15 minutes to go if you include added time. That is a foul. Bourdin booked after continually nibbling at the ankles. Park Hang-seo knows that it's one last throw of the dice, really. Thank you to everyone who's joined us on DNQ at various different points throughout this watch along. It's good to have you with us. As always, our final watch along of this tournament. We haven't got any major plans to do another one for any other tournaments at the moment. Might do for a Chan game, but not sure yet. As Thailand apply really good pressure, those fresh legs up front, getting the crowd going. The crowd cheering for the attacking play. Park my don't care, I can afford a red. Yeah, that's true. Makes no difference to him, does it? Makes no difference to a lot of these players, I suppose, if they get sent off in the last few stages for their doing something for their team. Vietnam, a bit wasteful in their own box, and that's definitely a foul, I think. And if Thailand now have a free kick, it's all down the right end of the pitch for them. Ahmed says Vietnam need to come back and score us now, but it's hard. It's so true. What can they do? I'm not sure they've got it in them. And I hate to be that guy. But if you watch the preview that we did on DNQ for this tournament, bang on, I got it. So far, I got it bang on. Just saying. Bang on. Tiraton whips that in, it goes all the way to the back post, nobody really there. Of course, Thailand not flooding that many players forward with just 12 minutes to go in the final of the AFF Mitsubishi Electric Cup. Vietnam with a throw just inside the Thailand half. Van Hao on the ball. What can Vietnam do? Just over 10 minutes to go. They need 2 goals with no reply. Be interesting if they did score. Of course, they'd lose on away goals. Here's Tiraton. He plays that forward. It's a 1v1 at the back now. Bourdin up against Nok Hai. He has a go, but it's well blocked. Here's Sasalak, who's been a real engine down that left-hand side. Here's Ekanit from distance. 19,306 in the stadium. What is the capacity, do we know? It looks reasonably full. except for sort of the edges. Wiratec's been very good in this game as well, actually, as he just fouls his man. I think that Tiraton has probably been the best player, but I do still think that players like Sasalak and Wiratep and... Oh, okay, so it's mostly full then. It's not too bad. Thank you for that. Capacity details. They've been a very loud 19,000, to be fair to them. And they might get even louder in about 10 minutes' time, because we're 10 minutes away from Thailand lifting the trophy here and making it back-to-back AFF Championships. Van Hal whips it forward. It's a decent ball. And that was an attempted header from 18 yards or so there. Probably wasn't the right call, but there's a lot else on. They've not really done enough, have they, Vietnam? You can't really remember Kampon having to make a phenomenal save. They've had a few efforts that have gone wide. I think that Huang Duc effort's probably the best one that they've had. And Kampon just taking his time now with the goal kick. And goes long, goes direct. But here's half a chance. Oh, they just didn't quite get that right, Vietnam. That final pass, just they've not played it right. And here is Tiraton again. Plays it out to Supanan. Turn out. And here is Panzer. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Slightly risky back pass. Who got that wrong? Kampon sprays it forward. Bourdin challenges, but his flag's offside. Vietnam, they've got 8 minutes. They need to do something. They need to do something different to what they've been doing. Good play by Thailand. Down the right hand side, Ekenet trying to apply pressure, but it's well cut out. And Van Lam on the ball. 83 minutes or so on the clock. And it's Thailand on the ball, and it's Tiraton who cuts it out again. Oh, and they've got half a chance here. Van Lam comes out and sweeps and does well. Yeah, Vietnam haven't been very good, have they? In truth, no disrespect intended, Vietnam haven't been very good. Supanan booked there. That looked like a 50-50. I'm not sure. I need to see this again. Oh no, it's a horrible challenge. Oh, it's a horrible challenge by Supanan. Yeah, Thailand are holding on, but quite comfortably so far, aren't they? Supanan, who's been very good, as have Sasalak, the two wing-backs have been very good for Thailand, I think. And trying high. And Park Young-so on the screen now. It's his final match, of course. They've just not been great, have they? There's not a lot else you can say. Thailand just seem to have the blueprint of how to beat Vietnam. Oh, Van Hal stood over this one. He's going to have to get this delivery right. What's he going to go for here, Van Hal? He goes for goal. That's just woeful. There's not a lot you can do as a manager there. Not a lot you can do. And it's a goal kick to Thailand. There's just a few minutes left in this one, but it's been all too easy, hasn't it, for Thailand? I must say, with 5 minutes to go, I don't think I've even seen Vietnam really throwing everyone at the ball. I don't think I've seen that from them. I haven't seen sort of do or die from them in this tournament. As Van Lam's on the ball, so they try and pass it around their own box. That's a foul. Free kick to Thailand in a very dangerous position. Quite knock high with a foul. Sport Impala nicks in front of him. Why sorry to be stupid here, but why are Vietnam passing it around their own back four on the 86th minute? And knock high goes into the book, and it's a dangerous free kick, a dangerous chance for Thailand. So it's not going to be Tiraton. That's a decent effort. It's Chakapan. Van Lam this time, he doesn't go short, he plays it long. It's going to be a free kick, isn't it? Free kick to Vietnam, just inside the Thailand half for a foul in the build-up to that move. There was no advantage that came from that. This is not the main stadium. AFF wanted to play in the main stadium, but Thailand refused due to grass quality. I think that's fair enough, isn't it? Wiratep actually is going to come off for Samanya. Wiratep, I think, has been very good and can come off on the 87th minute with a clean sheet intact. Vietnam should have done better. They've been poor, haven't they? Sorry to be disrespectful to them, but they've just not been good enough. Vietnam, they sweep it long. Cut out. Vietnam, they're pushing forward, but they're just not getting anything. Send that ball into orbit almost. Not seen enough from Ten Lin in this tournament, to be honest. As Vietnam now, with just 3 minutes to go, now they go for route one. Thailand put pressure on the back line. Thailand have a free kick just inside the Vietnam half. And another booking. You'd have got good money on yellow cards. Vietnam grass quality is much worse, yeah. It's a yellow card. Been lots of yellow cards, haven't there, in this final, second leg. Tam Bin. And Sasalak looks to be in some trouble here. He went down off the ball after clearing it earlier. He's just pointed to his knee. Let's see this again. Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Doesn't look like much. Doesn't look like a full twist there, so he might have to come off. He might have to come off, but I don't think it'll be a sort of full ACL tear or anything like that. As long as it doesn't swell up, you're normally okay. Moments to go. I think there'll be, again, probably 4 or 5 minutes of added time, maybe, due to the number of substitutions. Infantino is there. He is there to present the trophy. Just get himself in the spotlight again. But it is good that he's there. I mean, he must have a pretty blessed life. No? Sasalak is going to come off. They haven't got to go down to 10 men, thankfully. sure who's coming on here. Not sure it's a player I know too much about. On time, they sweep it forward. Immediately, they don't feel like they needed to really rush that one. I don't think the Sasselak substitution's been made yet. 5 minutes added on. So Thailand currently playing with 10 men as the substitution hasn't come on for Sasselak. In fact, Sasselak might look to come back onto the pitch. Here's Van Tuan. Vietnam in a good position here. They need to get a shot away. They need to do something. The pressure from Thailand has been incredible. That's over towards the back post. Wang Duc, he's onside. It's a poor delivery. It's poor. There's nothing else you can say. Vietnam, they've been poor. Sasselak does now go off. And Chalam Sak comes on. Cameo for him, just a few minutes to go. AFF president might be bitter because his country lost. Potentially. It's not a lot you can say though. Thailand have just been better. Vietnam have had all of the ball in this second half and just haven't been able to break down Vietnam. Vietnam, will they get one last chance? But they're not on the ball now. Thailand are the ones on the ball. Tiraton and Ekanit just playing it around. That's fantastic play. It's fantastic play. 1-0 up in the cup final. Borden Palace doing keepy uppies against Vietnam. The quality attack's been brilliant. Tiraton hooks that away again. Borden Palace keeps that in. Moves it forward. And it is a throw into Vietnam, but there's just a couple of minutes to go. Thailand are going to win this one. Thailand are going to win the tournament. Vietnam sweep it forward. It's flicked on. Kampong does what he needs to do. It's been pretty chill this game for Thailand. Pretty easy for them. Most people on the poll got it right. I think early doors, a lot of people backing Vietnam. If you look at the poll, quite incredibly, 77% Thailand, 22% Vietnam. So I'm not sure quite that YouTube's got its maths quite right. First time GK's held the ball, yeah, absolutely, yeah. He's found it so easy, isn't he? Vietnam sweep the ball in. It's far too easy again. Kampong holds the ball once more. Vietnam have been extremely poor in this game. They were good in the first leg, 2-2, probably the right result. Thailand found this game easy. You've got to say that. Been no real moments of pressure. And they're on the ball, Thailand. High up the pitch. Borden Pala. Is this Ekanit? No, it's not. Samanya sets it back. Is anyone going to be there? No, it's fallen to a Thai player. Quang Hai sweeps it forward. It's a late challenge, and they have got a free kick. They've probably got 1 minute to try and push forward and do something. Not got long. Pyridon's just been booked. Pyridon has just been sent off. And Pyridon is sent off, and Thailand are down to 10 men. There will probably still be 1 more minute. Don't think it's going to make a huge difference. It's a shame for Pyridon that he's been sent off, but 2 yellow cards. Didn't really need to for that second one, if we're honest. Goal kick, Thailand. Game's got to be pretty much done. And it's over! And Thailand have won. Thailand, a comfortable evening for them at home. And overall they win. And they are the kings of Southeast Asia. They are the best team in the ASEAN region. Can't deny that. In this tournament anyway. I think Vietnam will be hoping to do better. Yi-Chan, congratulations Thailand. Thailand are champions. Indeed they are. Mano Polking, his future's uncertain. But one thing we do know, he loves this tournament. And Park Hang-seo, he goes. Ryan joins late on. Hello to you, my friend. You missed a comfy evening for Thailand. You missed a Tiraton wonder goal. And you missed Thailand winning their 7th and record extending Asian, as in ASEAN, AFF Championship. Vietnamese players don't look too disheartened about that. They should have. They should have won the home game, Vietnam. Thailand, they deserved that second leg, in truth. A late red card made no difference. 2 yellows. Vietnam were not good enough in that second leg. And now the excitement in this region turns to other areas, but primarily, of course, turns to the AFC Asian Cup, which will probably be next year in about a year's time. Well, I hate to say it, but I got it right. Thailand, who won 3-2 on aggregate, and they do win this tournament. Click the link in the video to go and watch them lift the trophy. That's what I'll be doing. Thank you for everyone who's watched along throughout this tournament with us at DNQ. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. Of course we have Asian Cup first round. Of course AFC World Cup qualifiers. We'll be doing a video on the new system and who we think is going to be kind of the additional teams to qualify from that very soon. So thank you for reminding me. We do have World Cup qualifiers. One of the best rounds from a DNQ perspective, the first round as well. So we'll be doing a video on that. Plenty more to come from this region across the calendar year at DNQ, but thank you to everyone who has watched along. Tiraton, definitely player of the tournament for me. Won it ultimately. The captain, he'll lift the trophy. That is all from us on DNQ Football. Go and watch the trophy lift. And we will see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that good stuff.